guitars, nice.
It's showtime, folks.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. My name is Greg. I'm going to react to another KoFi request. What is KoFi? Check down below the KoFi link. It'll take you to a place where you can make a song request, and I guarantee to react to it. And so this one is from Cooper, and it's the Sunshine Underground. That's the band, and the song is Borders. I know neither the band nor the song. I think grammatically that's correct. So I'm intrigued. The Sunshine Underground, that's a kind of cool sounding band name. I like that. What are we talking about? Borders. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess without further ado, right? Might as well just stop trying to guess and just get into the song and find out.
Would you stop talking? Because I don't think we agree. You're always keeping all your borders up. I'm thinking something must be wrong with me. Well, I know you don't like it. You're no exclusive company. You're always keeping all your borders up. And it's a little more than you and me. Yeah. They've been giving you the runaround, and now you're trying to get your own back. Well, I know you don't like it. You're no exclusive company. You're always keeping all your borders up, and it's a little more than you and me. I'm not guilty.
I like those guitars. I like the rhythm guitar coming in. The sound they put to that guitar. Guitars? Might just be more than one.
Giving you the runaround, and now you're trying to get your own back. Well, I know you don't like it. You're no exclusive company. You're always keeping all your borders up, and it's a little more than you and me. I'm not guilty.
I like the bass.
What's your reason? You never cared. Now you gotta fight for a reason. What's your reason? You never cared. Oh, you gotta fight for a reason. What's your reason? You never cared. Now you gotta fight for a reason. What's your reason?
The guitar is nice. Did I catch it in time? Is that it? This might just be, and that seems to be it. Okay. That was really interesting. Yeah. I like the guitars on this song. I didn't like everything about the song, and I'll articulate that on the other side, but the guitars were the winner for me. The bass was cool too. But yeah, I'll talk about that on the other side. So it was bothering me in the middle part of the song, and then going to the end, right at the very end, I said, okay, now I know who the singer sounds like. And that's Billy Joe from Green Day. Right? Even the sound of the song in some areas, especially when it was like a stripped down, sort of with the guitar sort of strumming, just that kind of just the guitar. And then the bass was kind of kicking in. That sounded like Green Day. And then when the guitar came in, right, the rhythm guitar, that beautiful melodic rhythm guitar that was kind of saturating the song, in these many spots. I love that. That wasn't so much Green Day, I don't think. But I love that. Green Day is not a band that I'm, oh my God. There's a few songs that I like from them, but yeah. And so this here, it had that similarity, to that band. It's an indie rock band, right? It's an indie rock sound. And indie rock is hit and miss for me. But I gotta say, the guitars, that rhythm guitar, that again saturated, song when it just kind of came in, it was just had these beautiful tones to it. The mics, however they sort of were connected and capturing the sound from that guitar. It might have been more than one guitar, parts, but I really loved it. I really did. I was losing myself in that. So when this reaction is over, I'm going back and I want to lose myself even more. The singing is good. He's a good singer, but it's not my cup of tea. Again, it's that Green Day, Billy Joe kind of sound. And the melody of the lyrics, how like what he was singing, like, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. It's not that original to me. It was not that interesting. I'm going to go into the lyrics and see what he was really singing about, because I think that was actually interesting, right? Borders, right? And actually, the context, I think that's going to be interesting. But just it just, again, the way those lyrics were sung, the melody, again, he was okay. It's just not my cup of tea, but I just wish it was a little bit more sort of interesting, the way those words were sang, just something else. But that's just me. But I got to tell you, overall, thumbs up. That guitar, those guitars, usually the guitars save it for me. Okay. When there's a sort of borderline song, borderline, I didn't plan that. But yeah, overall thumbs up. So Cooper, let me get into And thank you again for making this request. Let me get into the band a bit. And Wiki is telling me that this band is from Leeds, England. English alternative dance band. I didn't get that. I didn't get that alternative dance sound from this song. Their style developed from indie alternative to electronic music, and they released 4 full-length albums. Raise the Alarm, 2006. Nobody's Coming to Save You, 2010. The Sunshine Underground, 2014. And their farewell album, Luminescent, 2016. So they're no longer around. Okay. So their genres, indie, dance, electronic. I definitely got the indie sound to this song. And I'm looking at the albums and scrolling through. Don't want to take too much time. And okay, so this is track 7 from the album Raise the Alarm. This is their debut album. Okay. All right. So Wiki's telling me that they evolved into more of a dance electronic sound. That's really interesting. Okay. And so let me get into the lyrics here. Genius.com. We'll build you up, tear you down, to live like we used to. Believe in it while you can before it all lets you down. We'll crush your narrow opinion to tell it how it is. It's out of date, and that's just the way it is. We've got you right, force everything you need. You live by an easy life. Why don't you let it in? It's a culture shock. Culture shock. We'll tell it to the police. You're out of date. Watch it out. And that's just the way it is. I'm not getting a sense of what this is about. I've got ideas, you get more fears to revel in. It all got pushed out to your rush to your head. Can't tell us what to think. It's out of date. It's out of date. So this is authority that he's got a problem with, that he's calling out. Older folks, trying to tell the younger folks what to do and how it is. And he's saying, hey, can't tell us what to think. Like it's like a My Generation type of song from The Who. Can't tell us what to think. It's out of date, out of date. Your generation and our generations, we just don't mesh. I wonder if that's what this song is sort of about. And that's just the way it is. We've got enough. We've got a right to be wrong. Well, come on and stop me. Right. Let us figure things out. Let us make mistakes and learn from them. Right. That's what the young folks are telling the older folks. I got 2 sons, 17. Kind of familiar with that a little bit. And I do believe in that. I want to protect them as much as possible. I don't want them to make mistakes that they're going to regret, but I can't live their lives. I just can't. I have to let them breathe. Got to let them live and learn. It's tough. It's tough when you're a parent. Well, come on. And then the borders, I'm thinking about the borders. How does that apply? But I guess borders, right? That applies to you have your place, stay out here, let us do our thing. There's that border, right? And I think, is he saying that, know your place, don't cross over that line, don't interfere. Well, come on and stop me. Well, everybody says around me, why don't you let it in? And we'll build you up, tear you down, to live like. So is he saying, is he actually, he's taking the narrative now of the older folks, of the parents? We'll build you up, and then we'll tear you down, to live like we used to. Believe in it while you can before it will let you down. It amounts to nothing. So is that the older folks basically saying, we'll build you up, tear you down, to live like we used to. Believe in it while you can before we'll let you down. Is he actually taking the side of is it like that Cat Stevens songs, like the father and son, where the son is basically, saying the father doesn't understand me, but then he's taking the voice of the father, basically, from the father's point of view. that I've lived life. So is that what's going on here? Which that really makes it interesting. If that's what's happening here, it's really interesting. That they're basically like saying, hey, we'll build you up, tear you down to live like we used to, believe in it while you can before it will let you down. It amounts to nothing. It's a culture shock, Well, tell to the police you're out of date. I don't get the police mention here. And that's just the way it is. Yeah, that's just the way it is. And repeats that. Well, that's just the way it is. And that's just the way it is. Will I know? Question mark. That's interesting. All right. I feel like I've been scattered about a little bit with these lyrics. I thought I was onto something. Was I? Let me know. Put that in the comments. How close am I? Was I? Let me know what you think about the song, about this band. What's that next one that I should listen to? Cooper. I appreciate you making this request. Those guitars, man. I really love that saturated guitar sound. Yeah, I think that's what saved it for me. So cool. Thank you again for requesting this. And for everyone out there, thank you for watching. And I hope to see every one of you on the next episode of Into the Music.